Okay, everyone, we're about to talk about our favorite feud in WWE and
Currently
in WWE. Yeah, the Enzo and Cass feud. I'm sure you run on the title. We think it's great, or I think it's great.
I think it's a. I wanted them to stay together, but the feud is good.
I look at it like, were they probably my favorite tag team in the last 10 years? Absolutely, they were like probably the best tag team going. I thought, but it's kind of like they kind of hit their peak. Not just I didn't mean like the real peak, but like. Tag teams have like up and downs, and I think they were kind of like at a point where they didn't know what to do with them, and they went from just a regular tag team to the #1 feud on Raw. So it's kind of hard to like. I mean, to me, they're the #1 feud.
I mean, it was very interesting the way they done it. The attacking over the course of a month, and then you find out Big Cass was doing it to Enzo the whole time, and he was faking his own attacks. And
I thought it might have been Big Cass attacking him, and then once they did, they did a really good job. Like at first, it was kind of predictable. I was like, oh, it's probably just Big Cass turning on him, because he was the one that would have to turn heel. I think you can agree with that. So, but once Big Cass got attacked, it was kind of like, okay, maybe it's like
maybe it really is the revival. Like
I never thought it was that, because I thought that was super like that was just so obvious. I was like, I thought they were gonna bring in a new tag team and have them feud like that or something like that. I didn't think it would be the revival, but like I did not think it was Big Cass after he got attacked.
I kind of bit on the revival thing.
I thought that was just like the easy like. We want you to think that, and then we'll do this. But I didn't think they'd do anything that crazy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the whole build was good, and then the week that I guess you could say the week it all came out. Big Cass cutting the promo on Enzo, and
which was a good promo.
A really good promo, and Enzo made himself cry up there, and I mean that was like
that was pretty good.
That was very intense.
That was probably the best TV on Raw in a long time.
Yeah, it was really good, and then
the next week was
we
good.
Followed it up the next week, with Enzo come out and he was like, we're brothers and all that stuff and we can't do this, and Big Cass comes out and for a minute you're like, oh, are they getting back together?
See, at first you and me were like, when do you think he turns on him? But once they left the ring, we were like, I guess we thought WWE was kind of weak and
they were just scared to pull the trigger.
Yeah, let's not do it. People kind of got mad about it. And I thought, like usually when people do that, they do it during the handshake. They shook hands and then they walked out and they're like, oh yeah. And then once they got to the ramp, I was like, I think they're actually good, and then he just clotheslined him.
And then he just threw his hands up to like celebrate, and just boom, clotheslined him, and it was.
And then he tossed him down the stage.
Picked him up and like ran down the ramp and threw him. Yeah.
Which led to this past week, which we're filming this on. What is today? Wednesday.
This is today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday,
July 5th.
July 5th.
And so
I think this video will be like a valuable video though, because this feud's gonna be good for a while.
We're doing this a couple days before Great Balls of Fire. And I think it's pretty obvious because Enzo's really had no offense in the feud.
Yeah, they really in their tag team. He never really had like he would kind of get in there, have some offense, get beat up. Big Cass gets a hot tag, and just it's pretty much like that.
I think, and they are having.
He's never showed a mean streak or like a lot of offense before, especially against Big Cass.
They did say that they're going to have a Great Balls of Fire match. I think it's pretty obvious that. I think you let Cass win this one because he's won the feud the whole time and he's had all the offense, and we don't know what Enzo can do in an entire match by himself.
I think they gotta let Enzo have like at least a comeback at the end or something though.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna.
They have to let him have some offense because even when they were a team, he never had offense.
It was like the only offense we seen throughout this feud was on Monday when he attacked him, but it was like he attacked him for a second, and Big Cass was so big and powerful he just stood up and grabbed Enzo and threw him like.
Yeah.
So it's like, did you have offense? Yeah, you blindsided him, had offense, but as soon as he realized you were there...
It wasn't like the Samoa Joe, like, attacking Brock, and, like, he didn't cheap shot him, but he, like, handled him. It was just, like... He took the cheap shot and kind of, like...
And still got
it was still, like, a draw, even though he had the advantage.
Yeah, so there's really been no offense by Enzo, so I think...
But on the mic, he's going to just destroy him, I think.
Now, this has to lead to a SummerSlam match.
This has to, because we were talking, like, before Monday, we were like... Do you think they'll do Great Balls of Fire? And I was thinking, yeah, they probably will because it'll be kind of awkward.
I thought it'd be too.
I thought they would, but I was like, it's gonna be weird either way. They might as well go and have.
It was either do it in 5 days or 6 days, or wait a month and a half.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, it would be weird either way. They did like the perfect time to where it was like it'd be too soon if they did it, and it'd be like kind of like a way too long wait if they waited till SummerSlam.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like that.
It's awkward either way. This match is going to be awkward.
Plus, I mean, if you don't know, just go the way where people get to see a little bit more of it. I mean,
yeah.
Plus, this way they can let Big Cass kind of beat him, and Or they can let Enzo like be. I don't know. I think Enzo winning would be kind of weird.
This way, they can let Enzo get in there, have a good amount of offense for the first time, really in his main roster career, have his own good offense, and still not have to completely finish with a win. Like
like when you think about Big Cass, you can picture like his offense. You can picture his moveset, what he does, like what leads up to his finisher or whatever. I don't even know what his finisher is.
Yeah, they were tag teams. They had that thing where he would flip Enzo on.
That's what I don't know if either one of them have finishers, but I know his offense. His general moveset. Like when you think of Enzo, like
Empire elbow.
That's it. Yeah, well, that's one of his signature moves at least. I think that might be his. I think he's finished.
He pins a lot of people with that. Whenever he had his little singles run, when Enzo got hurt, he pinned everybody with that.
Well, at least he has like a moveset. Like whenever I think of Enzo, like I can't think of any like his moveset really. Like
Big Cass.
He runs the ropes a lot and like does like a running strike or whatever.
Big Cass throw him the corners, big boot. A couple slams and the Empire elbow to finich somebody off really quick.
For like a smaller guy, he doesn't do any like he doesn't even do like a drop kick.
Big Cass, I
think he should do like a drop toe hold, like, and then I don't know. I feel like I like that move.
They say he can fly. I mean, they say he can do all the high spots, but
I've never seen him really do a whole lot.
I've never seen
like not even like I haven't seen him do this or that. It's just like I can't really think what his moveset is because it's usually him kind of getting in there. He'll get like a little flurry of offense. Then he goes and tags in Big Cass, and then at the end, whenever like the match picks up, everybody's running around. He'll jump outside the ring or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But he doesn't ever have like the set of moves, like a steady flow of moves, like. Yeah. When like Randy Orton has his like power slam, his drop kick, like Big Cass.
The finishing moveset, like
he kind of just has like it's kind of like he gets in there and sells for the other team, and then Big Cass finishes them. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens because WWE. This is like the best time in WWE in a while because like it's not predictable at all.
Nothing's predictable. I mean, if we're gonna touch on just really quick, like
the general feel of WWE.
You can't tell me you're 100% confident Brock Lesnar's gonna be Samoa Joe, like.
I don't. Yeah, I could actually see like him actually winning. We were thinking about doing a video on that, but
these feuds are just right now. They're so unpredictable for the first time in a long time.
It's big time to Enzo and Cass. In my I think a lot of people would say it's the best feud going right now.
Like, it's definitely the best feud.
I put up some polls like on our Google Plus, and a lot of people were saying the Big Cass one because the Samoa Joe one's cool, but it's kind of like Brock Lesnar. It's always Brock Lesnar and who's his challenger, and this time it's Samoa Joe. It is a fresh picture, but it's all It's kind of expected. You've never seen these guys even have feuds outside of their tag team before.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's new on both ends of it.
This feud is definitely one that can, since they're taking it from Great Balls of Fire, now they're going to be able to make it last all the way through SummerSlam, which is good.
Yeah, I think it won't. I honestly don't see this thing getting old anytime soon.
It's
the Jinder Mahal, Randy Orton we were talking, that one's getting old.
That's old.
They need to finish that one up. But really, this
John
one...
Cena and Rusev doesn't need to happen.
That already happened like 2 years ago. I was so bummed about...
Hopefully... The Hardys and
the Cesaro
and Sheamus
that's getting old.
To happen.
That is getting old.
But
Dean Ambrose and The Miz is getting old too.
Yeah, but these 3 or 4 couple feuds we got.
They have some good ones.
Kevin Owens and AJ Styles is good. That's a good feud.
That'll be all right, yeah.
Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks is good.
I think that's the most underrated feud, really.
Yeah, I mean that's a heck of a feud. I mean,
Sasha Banks is like turning heel and face every other week. It seems like she was the
Roman and Braun Strowman is just.
That is probably I think that one's second.
That is just that thing. I thought. I mean, you think that?
I was getting tired of it when Roman was still, or when Braun Strowman was still there. But once he left for a while, I'm like, that's who we should be feuding with.
That thing's been going on since like
right
after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, like it's been January, like February at least, I think.
And I'm still not tired of it.
Yeah,
it gets better and better. I feel like each week.
I feel like they need to wrap it up though because they have so many guys they're not using it right. Like Seth Rollins, he's just in a thrown together at the last minute feud with Bray Wyatt, if you ask me. And Finn Balor, he's not even feuding with anybody.
He's not really feuding with anybody.
I think you could have those two feud and then have like Braun Strowman and Brock, and then have like Samoa Joe and not Samoa Joe and Rollins. I already kind of did that.
Samoa Joe and we need Braun and Brock.
Braun and Brock, I think they could really make that a WrestleMania. Like, I'm not even joking. Or at least a SummerSlam.
We could bring, even though they did it in NXT, we could bring the Samoa Joe and Finn Balor up to the main card.
Yeah, they could do that, and then
you got so many more eyes on the main card, on the main roster that didn't see the NXT feud, and people talk about how great it was.
Yeah, I've only seen one of their matches. I never saw any of the build or any of them afterwards.
I mean, they can transition.
I think I watched a cage match with them. That was pretty good.
But this Enzo and Cass feud is...
This is the money feud, if you ask me.
This is definitely...
It's like, draw. Enzo is just such a good talker, and Big Cass is not a bad talker, and he's so good in the ring.
The
problem is going to be, can Enzo really produce in the ring as a singles competitor? That's really going to be what it is.
And if he can, this is going to be a heck of a feud.
Because Big Cass can talk on the mic a little bit.
If he can successfully get in the ring and hold up his end of the bargain, I mean, we're in for a really good 3-month feud. I mean,
it'll be interesting to see if they ever get back together. Because
I think way down the line.
It's not like when the Hardys broke up or Edge and Christian broke up, and they pretty much conquered the division. They won the titles. They beat everybody.
They've never held WWE.
They've never even held the title. They've been here a little over a year.
They've never held WWE.
They've literally had
NXT or main roster.
Who's their one feud they've had? Like the big time main event feud, the Dudleys, and then who else? Maybe like
the club a little bit.
The club, and then and they had John Cena tagging with them on 6-man tags. Like that wasn't really a feud.
Yeah. I mean,
they kind of like they never really
a little bit of Sheamus and Cesaro.
Like they could easily pair them up in like 2 years or something.
Yeah, they can in 2 or 3 years they could definitely pair them back up and let them make a run. They need to now when they pair them back up they need to both they need titles like.
Yeah, they need to win the title. It's kind of like when Crime Time was like the best feud forever and they never won the titles. It's kind of like come on.
They really need to let them. And these guys are credible. Like
these guys are good overall workers. Like Crime Time was good, but like I think they were the best tag team for him. They were better than a lot of
hot. They were white hot really quick.
I think they're better than a lot of teams that they're feuding with that had the titles. Is what I mean, but Enzo and Cass are the best tag team.
They deserve it. Like they so deserve the titles. But
it'll be interesting to see what they do without each other.
The feud is going to be interesting because it's either going to go on for 3 or 4 months, and it'll be an awesome feud, and then they'll make a singles run where I could see them having this feud until SummerSlam. And I mean, I think it's way too soon to pair them back up then. But I mean.
They need to have feuds outside of each other, and then they can't do it like.
They can't just put them back together.
They already kind of made Enzo kind of look weak, wanting to get back and like bury the hatchet, even though he got attacked. Like they kind of made him look a little weak.
Yeah.
So that would kind of really look bad on him, but let him feud, like have 2 or 3 feuds with somebody else, then do it. I think, and it would be.
That'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd last about 2 years.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see what WWE's been putting out here lately.
Well, let us know what you think about this feud and all the other feuds, or what's your favorite feud, or
if you're mad that they broke up or whatever.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people on our Google Plus page getting a little emotional about it.
I was not happy.
He was kind of emotional about it.
I was not happy when it happened. I take this very seriously, and I was very upset when they broke up the first time. And then I was really happy the next week, and then Big Cass had to.
I knew he was turning on him, but I didn't think he was going to do it for a minute.
He had to deliver the clothesline and just rip my heart back out. So
that was awesome, though.
But so thanks for watching this. If you stuck out, like all our social media pages.
We're doing a Connor and Floyd video again after their press conferences.
Connor and Floyd have announced they're having press conferences. We're going to let them all play out, and as soon as they're over, we're going to recap them all really quick and see who won the press conference battle.
We might do a Jinder Mahal video. We filmed one, but it kind of got messed up and won't let us upload it. But if we can upload it, it will get uploaded.
If we can get this Jinder Mahal video uploaded, we're going to do it.
It's like one of our best videos.
It's really old, and we got one more way we're going to try and do it. And so if we upload it, it's like a 2-month-old video from like 2 months ago, but we're gonna do it.
It was so good. Like we were like people are gonna like it, and then it just didn't upload.
But we're gonna give it one more try.
If not, we'll get somebody on the case.
July 5th, we're giving this thing one more try, but
we'll get our one tech on it.
So thanks for checking this out. Kurt's got you a video. He's the man. He always has you a video. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.